Hi again, this is Mike, the Philosopher Engineer. Today is Saturday, June 6th, 2020. So it's time for another episode of Mike's Saturday Rant. And today's topic is, I hope it works. Now, we've all heard this often. It's maybe almost something we say without thinking about it. But in the work world, I hear this as well. And maybe it's almost a subconscious response. Oh, I hope this works. And I realize we're not certain about everything, but when we're working in the professional realm, hope is not a strategy. And often what happens is we're trying to get something done and we're trying to go fast because we're under pressure to go fast. And we're not doing all the things we should to do that project right. Now, I'm involved with product design and very, critical technology, with medical devices, obviously health and safety, and hope is not a strategy. So what happens, there's a lot of pressure to develop things and design things, and some of these things are very complicated. And you don't always have all the skills or the knowledge for every part of that project. And so you have people working on these projects and they're under lots of pressure to go faster, and they're tempted to cut a few corners, which is, it doesn't save time. I think when they go faster, you cut corners. What happens that almost always backfires. You have a problem late in the game. But hope is not a strategy. So you really have to find out what it takes to be successful proactively. What has to get done? And rarely are you going to know all the things that have to get done. So you may have to get help from somebody with more expertise to at least advise you and guide you. You may have a standard procedure to do these things, but you're working on, very complicated technologies, sometimes new inventions, things that haven't been done before. So you want to, make sure you have all the technical expertise. And everyone will feel better about their work when they know what they're doing and they have the right amount of support. I mentioned earlier, for inspiration and to feel good about your work, you want to have the right support. Well, part of that support is having the right knowledge and having the right expertise. You might need to get someone from the outside. But if you don't have that help and you feel like you don't have that knowledge base in the technical area, maybe you don't know the physics or you don't know the material science or you don't know the engineering calculations or the analysis, and you're just kind of guessing, that's frustrating, and it's kind of a recipe for failure. So guessing, we talk about getting rid of guessing, the GROG principle. That's really what we're after, is getting rid of guessing. Well, if we don't have the expertise or learning curve, we probably are guessing, and we can get that help. But when you hear somebody, maybe they're saying half-heartedly that I hope it works, and you're working on a project that may be tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars of cost and investment to make that happen, and you're investing people's time and effort, it's really inappropriate for the team. You have people working on important projects, spending their time. You're investing money maybe in tooling. You're going to order parts and make parts. And guessing just hurts everybody, especially when it fails. So hope is not a strategy. There is an alternative to hope, and that is to really have a knowledge-based approach. Do the calculations, do the math, do the testing, get all the steps in there, and deal with the risk proactively, so you can go after the risk. And if you go after risk proactively, in my case, I say, break everything. We break everything virtually. We break everything physically. We understand failures before failures, come up as a surprise. I say you should be looking for trouble before trouble finds you. That's really kind of the way to go about it. But we don't have to guess, and we don't have to hope. Doesn't mean we won't have mistakes and we won't have problems. It just means that we're not guessing. We're getting the right people, the right process, the right calculations, the right analysis. We're not cutting corners. And the fastest way to develop a product is to be proactive. The fastest way to find problems is go looking for them. So you go after it aggressively in the early phases of the project. It costs a lot less. Everything goes faster. So the fastest path is to not cut corners. The slowest path is using hope as a strategy. And in the serious business realm where it's very competitive, that's just asking for trouble. So that's my rant for the day. I hope it works. Well, I want more than hope. If we're going to spend lots of money, lots of time, and we're professionals, hope is not enough. We need to go after the knowledge base. We have to understand things proactively. So that's my Saturday rant. I've worked at companies, and I hear this come up when we're having conversations on very big projects that might cost $100 million to develop, critical medical devices, insulin pumps, and other things. And you'll hear some people say, oh, I hope it works. No, hope is not a strategy. We need to go after an understanding. That's where we have to think first and calculate and gather that knowledge base and get help wherever you need it, be resourceful. And then obviously you're gonna build and test and learn, but being proactive and going after things as a learning machine, and take anything you're not certain of and find a way to become certain, or find someone that can help you increase your certainty and confidence in that, whatever that particular risk is. It's all about risk management. If you don't manage your risks, then you're going to run into a lot of trouble. And as I often say, it's not what you know, it's who you know. So I say it too. I don't know everything. I know some math well, and I know mechanical engineering quite well, but it's not what I know, it's who I know. And I know the right people for almost any technical problem, and I know what the right process is, even if it's something more complicated than I know how to do personally. So being resourceful is even more important than having that skill set yourself, because we're working as teams, and all the teams together work to make a company successful. And when you do that in a well-coordinated way, and you're not guessing, and you're bringing the right people to the table, you can accomplish great things, and the company can thrive. And boy, everybody wants to win. So let's be on a winning team. Stop guessing, stop hoping, and let's get it done the right way. All right, thanks. Have a great day. Wonderful weekend. It's beautiful right now. I guess the coronavirus seems to be not completely disappearing. Some states are opening. My work's starting to pick up, so I have a little less time for videos, but I do enjoy these conversations, and I want to capture all these topics and try to put them together. All right, take care very much. Thank you.